Means you caught the replay. Happy President's Day, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Just checking on one thing over here. All right, so when you get here, say hi. Keyword today is Eggstra, so Eggstra. When you get here, say hello. Hopefully you're having the most gorgeous weather like I am here in North Texas. We're gonna do a quick craft today. And then if you're having this kind of weather, you should be outside. I was in all morning, and then I went out to go pick up my groceries and whatever. When I came back, I'm like, I need to spend the rest of the day outside. It's like 60, well, it's like 70 something degrees and gorgeous, and it's not windy like it normally is. Hi, Amanda, how are you? Hope you're good. So I have this shadow box, you guys. I've been changing up this shadow box for 3 years. I'm going to tell you the size. Somebody gave this to me, but if you can find one this size, it is perfect for so many of our designs. The glass part is a little bit over 9.5 by 9.5, and it is 3 inches deep, but of course you could get them less deep. The same idea applies, but this sits out on my porch. You can see I didn't change it up for Christmas. I don't know why. I really don't. Hi, Lena, how are you? Hope you're good. But anyway, I didn't get to it for Christmas. So this has been on for quite some time. So all I did was spray it with some water. And I'm using this scrapey tool. I got these on Amazon. They come in a pack of 3, and then you get, I think, 4 packs of these. This is the widest scrapey tool I have. But you know what? I've used a credit card before that works. Anything with a little edge will just help. You don't have to do this. You can just use a board eraser if you want. But I thought, let me show you how to change this up. Now, this is glass, but this will work with glass or plastic. You might, if you use a scrapey tool, I don't know if you'll get, scratch marks on your plastic, but I know it works really well for glass and metal and chalkboard and all of those things. This works really well for that. But again, you could just squirt it with water, use a sponge, and it will come off, okay? But also, this has been outside, and it won't just run off if it gets wet. It will dry back again and solidify, I guess is what I want to say. So this really sturdy paste. As you can see, it's not like just wiping off super easily, but it also does come off. So it's awesome. It's one of the things that I loved about it. Hi, Donna. Hello, Marilyn. Isn't it gorgeous? I am feeling good. Thank you. Hi, Aletta. How are you? Hope you guys are all doing good. I have had today off, but I've been working all day. I've been making videos, reels for you guys. I got all my Etsy orders cut. I'm going to get the shipping notifications out to you all today after the live here, but everything's packed and ready to go. To you, because we don't have mail today anyway. It's going to go out on my porch tomorrow, so you should see that all very soon to you. So, like I said, Etsy is completely caught up. If you have an order with me, you should be getting your notifications very soon, okay? So I'm just scraping this up. I have not done it this way in a while. I have, if I have something to change up, I've been changing it before I see you guys. But this is a quick craft, so I thought, let me show you the whole process beginning to end. Some of you, if you've not seen my post, hi Charlene, about what you'd like me to do next. I made that post yesterday afternoon. Some of you gave me some awesome ideas, so thank you for that. Hi Florine, hi Denise. Somebody said they want to see heat transfer on a t-shirt, and thank you. I think that was Vicki Little. So I went to Michael's this afternoon and I got some things from the sublimation aisle. Thank you, Florine, for the stars. You're amazing. I appreciate that. I didn't know those were still available. Anyway, I went there for you today. And I got a mishmash of things that we will use our heat transfer on all these different items. I will show you, well, I don't know. I'll show you when I do the heat transfer the next time I do it, okay? So they have t-shirts, they have coasters, they have keychains, they have so many items available. This is like dusty. It's like, I don't know how to describe this. This paste has been on a long time. And I can't pick it up with my wet paper towel here. So let me just scrape it into my trash while you're popping on and typing the word extra. Okay, so I still have, a little bit on here. I'm going to use my board eraser and some water. Thank you, Lena, for the sprinkles. And then if you have a surface that's like metal or chalkboard or something, you get a little ghosting. If that happens, you can use, what's the word I want to call it? You can use like a soft scrub, kind of like Barkeeper's Friend or something like that, or Awesome Spray, and that will help get rid of that. All right, let's see if I can get this to pick up now. Okay, I may just need to get another paper towel. I think I'm just like adding more to it every time I do it. So we're gonna I'm only using Windex so I can clean the glass. When you use water on glass, sometimes it looks a little, I don't know, muddled. So I like to, when I'm working with glass, I do like to do Windex as the final cleaning, just like you would, anytime you clean glass. So it's kind of squeaky, but I like to get my glass super clean before I do it. And this has been outside, so it's been a little dusty out there. I'm so glad you're getting some nice weather. Hi, Cheryl. I would love to share the weather that we get here in North Texas with all of you. Well, the good weather. You guys don't want the wind. I'll tell you what, the wind was an unexpected thing that happens here in Texas or at least in the north part of Texas, that I did not think would be a thing. So here, if it's 75, but the wind is blowing at 20, it doesn't feel so great. So we have some days where it is like 55 and it feels amazing, and some days when it's 55 and it feels awful because it's windy. And anyway, actually the reason that I don't have bangs anymore is because after we moved here, this is a funny story. I had bangs my whole life. It's not that funny, but it is a story nonetheless. And when we moved here, my bangs were constantly like straight up and it drove me crazy. So I grew them out. And that's because we lived here. Isn't that funny? All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing awesome. All right. Like I said, keyword is extra. We're going to use this reusable silkscreen transfer that says I'm a little extra. I actually think this would be super cute on a t-shirt or sweatshirt or something like that. But I'm going to put it on my shadow box because it fits perfectly. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it and how we're going to make it look super cute. All right, so what you want to do first, the key is when you're working with glass, you want to fuzz your transfer, okay? So what you want to do, this is like rocking and it's really annoying me, so let me do this. You want to add a bunch of fuzz. Hello, Vicki Little. I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Were your ears burning, Vicki? I was saying thank you for the idea of the heat transfers on a t-shirt. You got me up and out of the house today. So I bought a bunch of different things, including a t-shirt, to do this week, either live or on a reel or something for you this week, so you guys can see how to use the heat transfers, because they're so adorable. Denise, my Valentine's Day was fine. For us, Valentine's Day is Kaylin's birthday, and yes, we do celebrate, but we, you know, for 19 to 20 years, we really kind of celebrated on a different day. So Jason and I are actually going to fancy dinner next weekend. Even though she's not here, it's just something we've done. But he got me like an edible arrangement, which was very sweet. We went to the movies. You guys, we went to see, if you like to go to the movies, we have not been in a long time. We went to go see Crime 101. I say I highly recommend. It's a little something for the guys, a little something for the girls. I'm thinking it's amazing. It's an amazing movie. You need to see it. I'm highly recommending it. A little guy stuff, a little girl stuff. Okay, so you know that this is going to be perfect for your glass if you can drag it across your glass and it doesn't grab it. Okay, if it grabs it, it's a little too sticky. And the reason I say that is you don't want this to stretch when you pull it up. Of course, you want it to be sticky while you're putting your paste on, but you don't want to stretch the transfer when you pull it up. So, and when I'm working with glass, I'm really careful to only press, not that careful, but I don't worry about going all the way around the outside. You can see I've sort of got those parts are lifted. I'm only pressing where the design is, because that's really all that's necessary. But I do recommend that you get your air bubbles out really good, okay? How was your Valentine's Day, Denise? Hi, Jackie. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to do our eggs at the bottom. I'm going to do the opposite of what I usually teach you guys. And we'll see if it works out. We're going to use two colors for the eggs. We're going to use the new Lapis color and Tropic, okay? And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm going to try not to have to lift my transfer. Now, you want to, usually I teach you guys when you are using more than one color, you're going to want to paste this one section and then lift your transfer and paste the next section and lift it a little bit. But this paste is brand spanking new, and this one is shimmer, so I think it's going to be fine. We're going to have enough time. Okay, so then I'm going to use Tropic on this other one. And honestly, you could do this whole thing in bright white. It's what I normally do. But I really love these two colors, so I want you to see them. We'll see how they stand out, okay? We had a birthday party to go to, but the weather was gorgeous, so it made for a great day. Well, that's wonderful. We actually had horrible weather on Valentine's Day. It was not horrible, but it was just rain, but we needed it. So it was kind of a nice day to just be snuggled in your comfy clothes and not worry about going out. Though we did go to the movies and we got a foot massage and all that, but I was dressed as frumpy as they come, you guys. As frumpy as they come. I said to Jace, I'm sorry. I look terrible. I had my rain boots on. I was wearing sweats. I had a sweatshirt on. I mean, it was not a good look. But we went out last night and we went and saw a group Jace really likes called Los Lonely Boys. They call themselves Texican music. They're very bluesy rock kind of group. We went to the Longhorn Ballroom, which is a kind of a historical, I don't know, a historical venue where lots of big name country artists have been. Anyhow, it's a small venue, and we went and saw them, and then I got dressed up for that. So, all right, so we're gonna lift very carefully. You really don't want to lift in the corner like this. It's better to lift in the center. Oh, this is so cute. All right, this, guys, if you're new to my page, you can clean this with just water and a soft sponge or a board eraser from my shop. We got that weather Saturday night. We were under, oh, you had a tornado watch. We had a lot of thunder, but we didn't have any, like where I was, any severe weather, which was nice. How did I get so much on my hands? That's kind of weird. Okay, so then we'll dry this just because I don't want to smudge it. And then I'll show you how I fill it and what I do with it. Okay? And again, I do this, I've been doing this for probably 4 years, at least 3 years. Changing up this same shadow box every season. Not every season, obviously, but most seasons. Okay, we're gonna dry this real quick. Now, if you get any bleeding, doesn't happen a lot, but if you do on your glass, if you get anything where you don't want it, what you want to do is dry it really well, like I'm doing right now. And then on the other end of these little tools, or you can use like a Cricut weeding tool, you can use this, and just go in and sort of scratch away the dry paste. Don't try to clean anything up when it's wet, okay? You want to do it when it's dry. It's way easier. I'm being a little fussy, but I just want to show you. You can just go and clean those up super easy, okay? And if you were doing something like with ink on glass, you would want to dry it like this, etch it off, any mistakes, hi Jan, and then heat set it when you're done, okay? All right, so we're gonna flip this over, and I had to go to the storage unit just so we could do this, because all my things were in storage. All right, I'm gonna lift the back up from somewhere. This one's kind of tricky to get. There we go. And then we're going to fill it, okay? Long time no see, Robin. How are you? Okay, now I've got a bunch of eggs. I'm really not sure what colors are in here, this bag of eggs. But I'm just going to start putting them in. I have these, I'm pretty sure these are going to fill up. So these aren't the smallest eggs around. These are probably like, so at the Dollar Tree you get, let's see if I can find one that's that size. Oh, these are all pretty much, these are a little bigger, I would say, than the regular eggs you normally get. Like if you're going to get a sleeve of them from the Dollar Tree. But any size would work, and actually the smaller ones might even work a little better than what I'm doing. But these are a mishmash of eggs that I used to use with my own children. How are you, Lee? Robin, not Lee. How are you, Robin? Let's see, and I've got purple. the green one in here. I'm sure we all have some of these eggs laying around, right? Actually, these were not Caitlin's. I had a special set for Caitlin's. These were not it. Let's see if I can get one more in. Okay, so this, you see I'm going to have like holes there. So I put the eggs in first, and then I thought I also have some of this filler. And I'm just going to put it, I mean, I don't want to put too much in because I want my backing to be able to go on. Let me just kind of peek at it and see. But you definitely want to put this in last. Okay? So this is kind of where you're going to get most of your color from, is what you put inside. This is why I normally just do the front in white. And you can fill it with flowers, or you can fill it with greenery, whatever. But with this particular transfer, it makes sense to put eggs in it, right? Now make sure that you enroll in the Perks program, you guys, before you make any purchases. You do not want to pay retail for any of the chalk products that I use, okay? Definitely, it's so worth it, even if you are in it 1 month. Cool and gloomy. Oh, I'm sorry. In Florida? Well, Florida, you get the best weather all the time. You probably get our weather from Saturday. Thank you, Jan. I love doing this for you. Doing good, a lot going on, still traveling for work, finally done mid-March, no more. Great. All right, do I have too much in here? I'm just trying to, the thing is, if I put too much, I won't be able to close it. Just kind of spread this out so I don't have to pull too much out. Let's see. And this, I love it because it's so deep. Some of the shadow boxes that I've found at Michael's and whatnot recently, they're only like 1 inch or 2, which limits you a little bit. But you could always use the smaller eggs and it would work. You guys, this is so cute. Are you ready to see it? All right, here is our, oops, here it is. Isn't it adorable? Oh my goodness. Now, it's up to you, but you could pull some of that, I don't know what you want to call it, rickrack or paper or whatever forward, but how cute. Oh my goodness. I think this is adorable. Make sure you grab this transfer, you guys. This one is selling very well, so make sure you grab it. I think it's super cute. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate you all. The keyword is Eggstra. It's spelled just like this, okay? And that'll get you a message from my page. I hope you're having an awesome day, and we'll see you guys very soon. Bye, everybody. All right, guys, thank you, YouTube friends. Bye, everyone.